Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe Hendy from AndroidAuthority.com, and it's nearing the end of 2018, and that means it's time to round up the best new Android apps that were released in 2018. This year we did things just a little bit differently. We started our deliberations with a reader poll on the site and then narrowed down our final list from there, so some of this is influenced a little bit by our readers' votes. Also, instead of running through 15 apps in 30 seconds apiece, we decided to take a deeper dive at our 5 favorite applications from 2018, and if you want to see the rest of them, we'll have the full list linked up in the video description below. Alright then, let's get started. Our first pick is Hyperion Launcher. It was one of a few notable launcher releases in 2018 that also included Rootless Launcher and Lean Launcher. We just kinda liked Hyperion Launcher the best out of the bunch. It features a buttery smooth UI, plenty of customization elements, and an optional Google Feed plugin if you want the whole experience, although the plugin requires a little extra work. You can check the Play Store listing for more details. So what do you get here? Well, the customization options are numerous and fun. It includes support for third-party icon packs as well as custom fonts, accent themes, and the usual array of little things like desktop, dock, and app drawer grid sizes. You also get some simple but effective gesture controls along with more advanced icon customization and animations. Look, here's the thing folks, there's nothing particularly mind-blowing about Hyperion Launcher. It just works really well with just the right amount of customization options to be enjoyable. The developers thought of little things like letting you change the icon pack without diving all the way into the settings and automatically enabling some of the gesture controls out of the box. It's just enjoyable to use and I honestly couldn't find anything wrong with it, plus it reminds me a little bit of Borderlands. Keyboard launches are pretty rare these days, so it's nice when a competently done keyboard arrives on the Play Store. Grammarly Keyboard was technically a 2017 release, but we cut off our submission time sometime in mid-December, so this happens occasionally. Anyway, Grammarly Keyboard is an outstanding keyboard, and unless I missed something, arguably the best one of 2018. This keyboard does a lot of stuff right. It's an excellent, smooth typing experience that doesn't feel too bloated or ridiculous. The constantly working grammar engine checks every sentence for proper grammar as well as proper spelling. It'll give you the reason for each grammar change as well, just in case the meaning isn't clear, and this is easily one of the best autocorrect systems that I've used in a long time. You do get some basic features out of the box like a number row, a keyboard size option, and a dark theme. On the other hand, Grammarly doesn't have a lot of the mainstream features like gesture typing, predictions, integrated searches, or anything like that. It's just a nice, simple, functional keyboard that keeps you from typing the wrong version of there. We would like to see a few more features in future releases, but no other keyboard does what this one does. VPNs are kind of a big deal these days. People use them to avoid issues at public Wi-Fi hotspots like the airport or Starbucks. They encrypt your traffic, they help keep hackers away from your precious data, and keep your activities private from your internet service provider most of the time. There were 2 good VPNs launched in 2018, and they were Proton VPN and of course VPN Hub from the venerable Pornhub, but for this list, we chose Proton VPN. Let's start with the good stuff first. Proton VPN hits every checkmark for what makes a VPN good. That includes a strict no-logging policy, strong encryption, and it's based in Switzerland, which has some seriously good privacy protection laws. The UI is simple, if a little boring, and it has one of the best free versions that I've ever seen. You don't get the maximum speeds, but you do get unlimited free bandwidth with no advertising or anything to gum up the works. The Pro version is inexpensive compared to many of its competitors and includes faster speeds and more servers. Okay, so look, here's the thing. Security apps are boring. They just are. There's nothing fun or exciting about encrypting your traffic over a virtual private network. However, in 2018, these things are fairly necessary for just about anybody who uses public Wi-Fi in almost any capacity. Proton VPN lets you safely check your email at a Starbucks without looping you into yet another subscription, and it's easy to turn on and off. This is the one that I recommend to both people on Android Authority and in my personal life. YouTube Music, the application, isn't actually new. However, YouTube Music, the service, is new and it's actually pretty good. In 2018, there were dozens of music and video streaming services out there, but YouTube Music is one of the few that can do both competently well. Of course, it's still quite new and it needs a lot of feature updates, but we like where it's headed. You get a surprisingly large amount of music with YouTube Music. It has a collection of songs like any other streaming service. However, YouTube Music adds almost all of the music videos from YouTube as playable tracks. That puts it right up there with SoundCloud as the streaming service with the most possible songs. We also really like how you can add normal songs to playlists right alongside those rare gems that you can only find on YouTube. You want to add that Post Malone song you like, along with 2 Cellos cover of Thunderstruck and that live song you can't find on Spotify, and that really fun Japanese Japanese pop rock band that no one's ever heard of to a playlist? YouTube Music can do it. Nobody else can. Now, it'll never cater to the audiophile crowd. YouTube simply can't control the quality of the music being uploaded to its servers. And that's fine. The audiophile peeps out there still have Tidal and other streaming services. Still, we're excited to see YouTube Music expand its feature set more so that it feels like a full music streaming experience, because the app is just a little bare bones right now. In any case, it's damn good, and it even took second place in our reader poll. Yes, friends, Bouncer is our choice for the best new Android app from 2018. It's a permission management app, and oh my goodness, that sounds so much more boring than it actually is. Actually, on second thought, it is a little boring. This is more security stuff, and security stuff is, again, usually pretty boring. But hey, hear me out. So here's what this application does. It lets you enable permissions for any application on a temporary basis. For instance, you can give Facebook access to your camera so you can post a picture on your Facebook story or whatever, and then have Bouncer disable that permission later on. That way you can use any feature on basically any application without worrying about digging into the settings to disable the permission later, or otherwise committing to an application having a permission permanently. It can also delete existing permissions, and you can have it immediately withdraw a permission if you didn't mean to grant an app access to it. The application can also blanket wipe all of your permission preferences in case you want to start fresh. So my question is, why can't I just do this? Why isn't this on stock Android? You know what? This should be on stock Android. It's a small thing, but it's just so nice to have. The ability to automatically remove permissions after a set period of time seems like something we should just be able to do on any platform. Frankly, I'd appreciate something like this on Windows or iOS or any other OS for that matter. We should be able to do this without an application, but we can't, and now we have this app, so we can. And it's nice. Anyway, aside from the occasionally clunky UI, this app really is that good. Bouncer, best of 2018, period. And that about does it for this one, folks. If you liked the video, you know what to do, and if not, you still know what to do. If you want to check out the full list of 15 apps, that's linked up in the video description below, along with the links to all of the apps we talked about in this video. As always, thanks for watching, everybody, and have a wonderful day.